right now, where I'm at in my life, like we're talking about wanting all these things in abundance, I feel that is so detrimental to getting all those things that I want. You could say arguably, well, it fills your cup, but
Yeah, do you think you would be a better human after
no.
that day?
I feel that they feel motivated in the moment and they may do stuff in the days following, but then it drops off.
If I don't take this leap, no matter how scary, whatever it is, that next step of action is calling that person, doing that thing, buying that program, whatever it is, getting that coach or whatever it is for you in your next step, you need to make the connection between that and what it's going to cost you when
Thinking about a career change.
are you going to buy the UFC?
No. I'm going to become a full-time gamer.
Look, I would do that. I'm telling you right now, listen, anyone who knows me, if you know me and you've known me for quite some time, you will know that I cannot be beaten in FIFA.
No shit.
Yeah.
I never got into FIFA.
Yeah, it's a man's
Oh, is it? Manscaped. I thought that's what it was. I think that's why I never wanted to play it.
Yeah. FIFA is arguably one of the greatest games that
What about
EA
COD?
Sports has come. Yeah. I was never, I was okay, but I wasn't.
Oh, so
good.
yeah.
There was people who could.
Yeah, so you played the sport where they fell over and when no one touched them, but then actually killing each other.
Story of my life. Yeah. Story of my life.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I wonder what's one of the biggest. Actually, I know what the biggest game in the world is.
Fortnite?
No, I would have said
Minecraft?
like World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'm
Yeah, so-
curious. I'm going to Google that now.
I used to,
I think it's Roblox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. What
Roblox.
is
Yeah.
Roblox? What is the most played game, should I say, in the world?
Yeah.
Most played.
Popular.
I would love, if anyone's listening to this and you're a gamer in any way, I would love to know how I can get into it professionally. I would dedicate
Wow,
time to
okay.
this.
I did not think it would be that.
I would
Is it actually it?
No.
What is
Counter-Strike.
What?
Nah.
Counter-Strike.
There's
Dude,
no way, dude.
It's the most played video game globally, at least
Currently.
in terms of
Can you put
PC.
2025 in there?
Okay.
This guy's using his 2014 Apple iPhone.
And he's searching PC.
No, I just said video game. Most played video game. Counter-Strike. And Go. What the hell's Go?
Let me use a real Google.
Go is Counter-Strike.
Most
Oh.
played game,
Global Offensive. Counter-Strike Global.
Minecraft, which has sold over 300 million copies.
I said, I've
Followed
written,
by
what is the
PUBG.
most played video
Followed-
game in the world in 2025?
Followed by PUBG and Fortnite and Roblox.
There you go.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. If anyone's listening to this and you're a professional gamer, I would love to know how I can start a Twitch stream, a YouTube channel, whatever it is, and just destroy everyone in FIFA because that's my jam. It hasn't. I'll add though, caveat. Like I'm rusty. I don't spend a lot of time doing it right now, but give me 2 weeks, and I will be in my prime.
I haven't picked up a PlayStation remote to play a video game for at least a year, I reckon. I just find at the moment, as much as I enjoy it, like it's something I wouldn't mind doing, I just feel at the moment it's such a distraction and I feel like it's a waste of time.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies, I like water sports, so jet skiing. I'd say that's a hobby. I enjoy going to the football.
What do you do on the jet ski?
Just cruise.
Just
To go around in a few circles. It's not, you know what? I've been doing it for so long that I don't get the kick I used to when I was 20.
yeah, but like,
3 years
don't
old.
you get So you just
Yeah, cruise around for a bit and then
Hit a couple-
do
hit a
a
couple
couple
times.
donuts
Yeah.
and then that's about it. Then go back to shore, sit on the beach. Then Nicole will take it out with the kid. I'll take my son out. Might take some friends out. That's about it. It's better when you got people to go around with, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like my brother-in-law's got one now, so we go cruising sometimes. Like to go down, for me, an ideal day out on the ski would be going from here to from St Kilda down to Dramana. Like just go do a whole day trip, all the way down there, all the way back.
One
I
tank.
would enjoy that. Yeah, it's one tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get there one tank.
What else?
What else I do? I don't mind. I like going to the football and watching the football. So I would say that's a hobby of mine. Other than that, not too much more. I don't mind reading. every now and then,
It's not a hobby.
isn't it? I don't know.
Do you sit there like,
Hobby time.
yeah,
Let's go. Let's read.
you know what I
book.
mean? Like that's not
Yeah.
so for some people it is. For me, it's not definitely. But I do think it's an important thing that you should consume information in some way.
Yeah. Other than that, man, I mean, is work a hobby? Can you consider that a hobby? Business? No. What is it? Is hobby just by definition something of like you do for leisure and fun?
If I had to define hobby, I would say something that feeds your soul.
Okay, but then business could be that for some people.
No, I don't know anyone who does
Really?
business and feeds their soul.
You reckon Alex Hormozy doesn't? He says it,
Okay.
whether it's true or not.
Doesn't he's a unique individual.
Yeah, true.
Um,
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I probably don't have too much more. Do you know what I've always wanted to do? Because I keep watching his videos. Matt Armstrong, shout out to Matt Armstrong in the UK. I want to build a car. I want to buy a car and just rebuild it and just do sick shit.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, I just don't have space. I could put it in my warehouse. The warehouse is fucking ages away from my house. So it's like, I know if I had the car, it would just sit there, gather dust, and I wouldn't work on it. I'd really want it to be in my garage. And my garage currently, don't think
Has
is
a
big
jet ski
enough.
in it.
It has a jet. I can move that. That's not the issue. I think you almost need, to do it competently, you kind of need like a double garage at least, because you're going to need space to move around in. And mine's more of a single garage.
Definition of a hobby: a small horse or a pony.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're using the wrong type of Google.
That's Mongolian.
That's Mongolian Google.
for sure.
Actual definition: an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure.
Leisure. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Something fun.
I mean, video games could fall into that category. I enjoy doing that, so yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I would do that. Other than that, not too much more.
So why don't you?
I mean, is gym a hobby? Could be, I suppose. Do I go there to have fun? No, not always.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I
like one
know.
of those like it's like a good hobby, like a good habit to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like,
But as I said, like I genuinely could see myself spending a whole day playing video games from
Yeah.
morning till night, just sitting on the couch, grab a pizza, grab some drinks, don't talk to me, plugged into the Matrix, and just play all day. At the end of that day, I would feel like a horrible human being in my current life, like
Why?
what I'm doing right now. I just
Very
feel,
interesting.
Yeah, I
Why?
just feel right now where I'm at in my life, like we're talking about wanting all these things in abundance. I feel that that is so detrimental to getting all those things that I want. You could say arguably, well, it fills your cup, but
yeah. Do you think you would be a better human after
no,
that day?
no.
You don't think you'd be a
I
better
don't
human?
think. Look, me.
You don't think you would be? This is
sideways.
so. You don't think you would be better off having done that thing that doesn't benefit your primary goal,
Mm.
but benefits the person that's driving the primary goal?
I honestly don't think so. I don't think it fill me up that much. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Though?
Yeah,
like in
yeah,
the sense
yeah,
of
yeah.
because you look at it and you're like, hey, this like if my ultimate goal is this one thing, and like you're very business driven.
Yeah.
So if my ultimate goal is around business, and then it's like, okay, but who's driving that? I am. But if I do something like for me, it's like I go camping.
Yeah.
I'll go into the bush for
Yeah.
a couple of days.
And I enjoy that
every
too.
now and again.
I enjoy doing the outdoor stuff. No, I do, mate.
Hey?
I'm an OG.
I've known you for 2 years. We've never been
We've
way
never
over
gone.
2 years, and we've never been.
I
camping.
know, that's true, but I'm
Yeah.
an OG when it comes to it.
No, you.
You would flip. Day we go camping, you will flip out. You'll
Let's take-
flip out. You'd be
Let's
like,
take
when
your
did,
before you leave.
100%. You'd be like, where
Go
did this
camping?
guy come from?
That's a yes.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. But-
Start a fire with sticks and everything.
Don't you? 'Cause that's how long you've been camping. Don't you think feeding that person from a different
Yeah.
avenue?
Yeah,
it's
I
like
do.
say,
I
let me
do.
give you.
I
I'll give you another example. Having kids does not, in any way, benefit your business.
Yeah,
Zero.
true.
Right? There is no upside to benefiting your business. But I know a lot of people who have kids and then get serious about that part of life.
Yeah.
Because it's feeding the person
Yeah.
who is driving that thing.
Yep.
So you obviously don't believe that spending, and not spending a whole day.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, I
spending
know.
an hour on a, Sunday night once the kids have gone to bed
Mhm.
and you've had your day night for that week and,
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
Just-
good one. Maybe I'm just looking at it in the wrong way.
possibly.
I think it might be the case because I just look at it. And
Or
go,
it might be a complete distraction.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I would hate because I would get into that. I used to play. I always liked playing. what's it called? What's the type of format where you're playing a character? You play a character and you go do like that. But what's it actually called when you're playing a character and you're going and doing missions and doing shit like that? It's more of a role play game.
What's the game?
Oh, like Assassin's Creed. So I love games like that where I'm the character. I go do missions. I go do a whole bunch of things. I got the person. You level them up. You do a whole bunch of stuff like that. So traditionally, Assassin's Creed's been like the one game I've been playing for years because you go one game. The last couple of iterations of it anyway, they just go for fucking 100 hours. Like you get 100 hours in game time just actually doing them. Yeah, for long. I think so, yeah. Like it's one of those world type games where you can do as much as you want.
Yeah, I don't like those games.
Yeah, and I do because I tend to also like the story that comes with it. I like the entertainment. Yeah, I do though. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'll play that game and then it's like, well, I'm not just going to play it for an hour on Sunday. I'm going to play it Sunday, Monday night, and then Tuesday night, and then Thursday night, and then the kids will go to bed and then I'll play it again that night. And then I think as that progresses, it's like, fuck, look at all this time I've wasted playing this video game where I could have been doing this, I could have been reading, I could have, like, whatever it might be.
Yes, I think
so
you
I kind
can
of feel
waste time.
And I feel I would fall into that trap, which is why I tend to be in extremes when I play it. I'll go and not play video games for a year, but then I'll turn it back and go, all right, I'm going to play it solidly for the next month.
Yeah, but you must genuinely have the belief that you're not a better human for having played it.
Perhaps. Do you know when I realized, you know, maybe it's a bit of escapism. Do you know when I was playing video games a lot during COVID?
I lived on Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, but I was playing it, I think looking back and even during the moment, I was playing it to just unplug from all the stresses in my life. And I think that that could be a good thing, but maybe that's why I have a bit of bad association with it at the moment.
There's lots of things that are escapism, but there's nothing wrong with watching movies.
Yeah,
movies are escapism.
You know, and I do that all the time.
Yeah, watching movies, watching a TV show is escapism. Watching Netflix is escapism.
Without a doubt.
It is. You're escaping from the current reality and distracting your brain with something else.
Yeah.
But I just think we demonize escapism.
Yeah.
When it's like, why?
And maybe we demonize the video game
holiday
aspect of
is
it too.
escapism.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. You're separating yourself from what is current reality and saying, I'm going to change my environment now and go over there. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it, in my opinion. It's only when you're overdoing it.
Yes.
And you're not facing something.
Yes.
That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. But look, if it's stopping you from taking action and getting things done, then it's probably not the right thing. But I think sometimes you need to do some things that are going to help you take those actions as well. Yeah. And if that means playing a game or reading a book or going on the jet ski, you got to do that shit.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think that's really important.
I think you do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the longest time, I also felt that I didn't need to do that either, as in any of that stuff. Just wanted to work on the business.
Yeah, but that's okay too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree because I did feel like that for a period of time, and even my wife would tell me off. My dad would always tell me off. It's like, what did he do the other day? Oh, literally the day we got back from Vegas, I was in the office. Came here in the office and I was working, and my dad calls me and says, hey, what are you doing? He goes, how was your trip? Good. He goes, where are you? I'm at the office. He goes, you're at the office? He goes, give it a fucking break. He goes, go home, relax. I'm like, hey, you relax. I got shit to do. But for me, it wasn't a chore being here. Like I wasn't, I got to go to the fucking office. Like what else am I going to do? I was going to sit at home and watch TV. Like, why not be here and be productive and do work? For me, I never really felt that. I get very motivated being at work. Like Sunday nights, I'm ready. Like I'm ready to go. Monday, let's fucking go. I've got shit to do. That helps me as far as being here because I felt that if this was a drainer to me being at work, I think of the type of personality that I would stop doing it.
Yeah. I guess you're looking at the games as escapism then.
I think 100% I am. Yeah, and that's probably why I don't pick it up to start playing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, this is a cool topic because, you know, a lot of people would be overworked. I find that a lot of people, specifically in construction as well, and even more so if you're a trade, you tend to be working throughout the day and then you come home and you jump on the computer and do quotes. You know, so your day doesn't finish when you get home, even though you might be 7 to 3:30, you knock off at 3:30, then you come home and you got 1,500 emails from different builders, price this job, do this job. So then you got to sit there and price up a project whilst your family's inside eating dinner, or whilst your kids are in bed, whilst your family's in bed, you're pricing work, and then you're doing invoicing, then you're reconciling accounts, then you're ordering material for the next day. So a lot of the time, I reckon business owners may not feel the opportunity for them to be able to switch off and fill their cup up with things that they enjoy doing. Do you think a lot of business owners would fall into that trap?
No,
No,
I don't
say
have.
that.
I don't have sympathy for that, or empathy, or
No, it's not. It's not the sympathy, but it's more them not filling up their cup. Do you feel that people would just, from what I gather and from what I've seen with a lot of people that own their own business, is that they're always on. You know, that they tend not to switch off, and they tend to bring a lot of that stuff home with them. And then they let go of the holidays, they let go of going out, they let go of the things that fill their cup up.
Yeah, but so like my thing with anything around that is always like I refuse to believe that I'm a victim for anything in my life.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like anything. And if I'm not gonna, if you're doing the same thing as me, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm just not.
Oh man, I've heard this great thing on Diary of a CEO the other day. Okay, he was talking to some lady, and she was saying how if you go through adversity or through difficult aspects in your life, you know, something really difficult, really hard that you have worked extremely hard to get through, you went through all the turmoil, the blood, sweat and tears, and you get through it, you actually have less empathy for people going through that same process, because you're like, hey, toughen up, I've done it, fucking go.
Yeah, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, me too. And once they said that, I was like, wow, I feel the same.
Yeah,
When something comes up now, it's like I'm almost annoyed. Whereas usually like, oh, I feel for you, brother. I've been through that. That was hard. When now I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. Like, hurry up and get it done. This is part of the game.
Yeah,
you don't like
also,
it, stop
like,
playing.
Also, you chose
That's right.
to open a business. You can go get a job. Dude, this is a very comfortable country we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go and get a 9 to 5 anywhere and clock off at 5:30 and be home by 6 and do all of that. You know
And
what I
if
mean?
it makes you happy, like we said before,
Yeah, and that's great. Do that.
you win.
Yeah. But do I feel sorry for people who are driving to get more? No. If anything, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're doing quotes on us. Sick, bro. Like, wait till you can finally put someone on to do those quotes for you.
Mm.
Like, and then eventually, you know what I mean? And it's like, this is a game. I see business as a game.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what, like, I have zero, I hadn't heard what you said, but I find it very interesting, but I have zero, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad. And I don't feel bad when people try and say things to me like, oh, you know, oh, but because you're a man, this. Oh, but because of your background, this. Oh, but because you grew up here, this. And I said, no. Good. Yeah, I'm going up against, like, I went to like a real good example is I went to a public school.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a shit school, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish high school.
Didn't ya?
No.
Did I know that?
And when I go, maybe, I don't know, but when I go up against people and they're like private school, uni grad, blah, 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 I fucking love it. Because I sit there like, let me show you. Like, that doesn't make a difference. I'm going to knock you out the park here. You know what I mean?
So
and
true.
It kind of fucking drives me.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what my son said this the other day when we were talking about him when we passed this Lamborghini. I said to him, because he was watching it on YouTube, and he goes, he was watching something. He said most millionaires never finished high school. Most people that are ultimately really hugely successful have never even finished high school. I said, do you know why that is? It's because they tend to think differently to everyone else. Everyone else has been taught to do something in a certain way, and they've gone, well, how about I do it this way?
It's indoctrination.
Yep.
School.
Without a doubt it is.
Yeah.
Without a doubt it is.
Not saying it's a bad thing, but like,
look, it's necessary for the economy, I suppose. Not every single person can be a business owner. You know, needs a workforce. People need to do the do. So you're going to need people to do that. And that's what effectively the school system does is breed the workforce for the country.
Yeah.
And those that go out and start their own business or do something differently tend to reap the rewards, but it does come with a lot of challenges along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I have zero empathy, sympathy. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the difference between those two words is. One is like, I feel for you. The other one's like, I understand or something. But
Tomato,
zero.
tomato. Zero. Zilch.
Zero. And if you feel sorry for yourself, then I feel sorry for you.
Play some video games.
Play some video games, do something, like take some action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about filling up your cup, overworking, quoting and that. The opposite end of that is like the person who does nothing.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And or does the stuff that makes them feel like they're doing stuff but does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know people like this. We all know people who are claiming that they're doing a whole bunch of stuff by doing the stuff that doesn't actually move the needle.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I read 52 books this year. And it's like, great, what have you done? Nothing.
Yeah.
I've been to this seminar. I bought this training. I did this.
Yeah.
Or I've applied for 20 jobs this week.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not working? No. What the fuck else are you doing? How long did it take you? An hour?
Yeah.
What are you doing the rest of your time? Why don't you apply for 20 jobs an hour?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, which end of the spectrum would you rather be at? Would you rather be the person who's constantly working and getting shit done and moving the needle in the direction that they want in their life? Would you rather be we all know, like there's a term for it in the personal development world, right? Everyone knows someone who's you've all seen the person that you've seen out of training and then gone to a different training and seen the same person and they're in the same position doing the exact same shit. And the term for this, you may have heard it or not, but it's a self-development junkie. And they're the person who goes and listens to all the trainings and takes all the notes and writes everything down and be like, yeah, it's really good. And then does nothing with it because the feeling of feeling like they're doing something has satiated them enough as opposed to actually doing the do.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've been to plenty of those courses over the years and seen those people, you know, they go there, they keep doing those things. You know, being in the event space now and running events, you see the same faces sometimes and the same names pop up. And like, oh yeah, you came to this last year. You came to this a couple of years ago. You came to this last month and you're back again. Great. You know, good that you're taking action. Why aren't you taking the next step? Why aren't you taking the next step? Why aren't you taking the next one? And yeah, I feel that they feel motivated in the moment and they may do stuff in the days following, but then it drops off.
Why do you reckon it does?
Well, we spoke about motivation. I think it's a lack of discipline as well. They don't hold themselves accountable to go, okay, I've spent $2,000 on this course. Now I need to go and take it to the next level and do what I've learned. So they'll do it once, twice, maybe not get the result they thought and go, well, this doesn't work. Oh, I'm just too busy. I'm going to keep processing invoices.
Have you ever lacked discipline in a particular
Without a doubt.
area
Yeah, without a doubt.
over another one?
What do you mean?
So like, have you ever, been disciplined with work,
Yeah.
but haven't been going to the gym?
Oh, without a doubt.
Or been disciplined with the gym,
Not gone to work.
but not feed, but not feeding your relationships.
Yeah,
enough. Like,
yeah, without a doubt.
So what is it? Do you think?
I think it's, for me, the way I see it, it's a
'Cause you can say
it's a matter of priority.
Hey,
I think it's a matter of priority as
Yeah.
far as what's important to you at that moment in time. Like, what do you need to
but they're
focus
obviously doing the thing because they feel like they're doing something.
on? Yeah.
They're going to the event. They're showing up. They feel like they're.
Well, maybe they it's self-awareness then, isn't it? Maybe they feel like they're improving each time they come to these events. That's why they love going there. Because they do. They get that hit and go, well, cool, that was great. I learned something I didn't know the other day. And maybe they do implement
People get
little bit.
addicted to that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They get addicted to that feeling of going,
I feel like I'm doing something.
yeah, and also, the FOMO aspect of it too would kick in. They don't want to miss out. It was so good last time. I don't want to miss out and not learn something or connect with this person. Again, I've got to go to this thing. So an example that I can think of just straight off the bat is we've gone, both of you and I have done a full training, spent tens of thousands of dollars on how to speak on stage. Now, let's just say in our class of people, say the people that we went from stage 1 to stage 3, they're all the way through. there was probably 50, 60 people that went through that whole series of training.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. How many speakers have come out of that?
I could count them on
On one hand.
Yeah.
That's right. So you're talking, say, less than 5%. Less than 5% of people who have paid the same money as us to learn those skills have actually used those skills in their day-to-day life or their business. Now, they might be like, oh, no, I'm a professional speaker now because I've got the training. But like, why do it? What was the point? If being on stage and speaking in front of tens of thousands of people or 100 people or 50 people, if that was never going to be part of what your development needed to be in your life or business, why go and spend that money? And I think there was an element of that, I don't want to miss out. I've done the first level. I may as well finish the second and third level. So I can say I'm a certified NLP coach, or I can say I'm a,
Are you a certified?
I'm certified. I've got a tattoo on my back as well. But that's just one course I'm thinking of. But I've been to other ones where it's the exact same thing too. People didn't action post that training. And, recently this year we went to Las Vegas and went to a few seminars there as well. And I looked at that. I was like, well, have I actioned anything out of those trainings? And the answer is yes. Minor, major, like if I didn't think it was beneficial, why would I action it? Like, why would I go there and go, oh, better go and review that and learn that and implement that if I'm doing something better? But I always go there with the intent of me leaving there and to implement something. And look, you might go to one of these things and not learn anything and go, look, that wasn't necessarily for me. I don't think I'm going to benefit from that. That's fine. But
You always learn something.
yeah,
even if it's what not to do.
exactly
You know what I mean?
right. Yeah,
And it's just like, okay, cool, I'm not doing that.
exactly right.
You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
good to know that other people are going to be doing that, so I can combat that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With whatever it is that you're offering.
Yeah, absolutely. So my
what
advice to anyone,
them though.
I think they get in their own way more than anything.
Yeah, but
And then also
people who get in their own way don't know they're getting in their own way.
yeah, or self-awareness, but you can't teach that. Yeah, how do you teach it? Unless someone I try and call people up on it sometimes when I go to events. Yeah, no, but at events because I'm limited with my time.
Yeah, okay.
When people say, "Oh, I really want to join your program," well, fucking join it. Oh, I can't. No, you can. You can join it. You go put pen to paper, you tap the fucking card, and then you go and join it. Oh yeah, but at the moment, okay, man. Like you are getting in your own way. You are making this not happen right now. It's not me. It's you. Because if I had the cure for cancer and all you had to do was, and you had cancer and all you had to do was go and tap that card, you would fucking tap it, wouldn't you? Yes, because you know what I'm going to give you is going to help you and solve your problems. So what is the disconnect? Why aren't you tapping? Why are you getting in your own way? What constraint are you putting there? Sometimes you have to be that blunt with people. But again, sometimes it's even that extreme example doesn't always work either. I think there's probably an element of fear around it too.
Fear of what?
Fear of failure, fear of loss. If they invest the money and it doesn't work out, fear of their own inadequacies in their abilities. Maybe that's why they don't take the action.
What's your biggest fear?
I mean, personally in business,
Just in general, I guess, in business.
I mean, I don't know.
Personally?
Yeah, professionally, I don't really know. I don't really focus on it. Should I?
I don't know if you should focus on it, but you should
Know what
if
it
it's
is?
existent, you should be aware of it. Like I could say mine would be like my thing, and I think this helps me push forward is I don't want to look back and say, fuck man, I should have. Do you know what I mean? It's like the fear of like regret.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know,
See, yeah.
I don't
It's
wanna
like
look
if
back
you
and
died
be like-
tomorrow, touch wood. If you died tomorrow, would you be like, or you knew you were dying tomorrow, and would you go, shit, I didn't do that one thing I wanted to do?
no, not that.
Not like that?
More like if I was laying on my deathbed to look back and be like, gave it a shake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking gave it a good spin.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, fuck man,
Went through the
like, I was
motions.
so worried about what those people were thinking about me.
Yeah.
And it's like, who gives a fuck?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? There's people that have walked this earth that are gone now that no one will ever speak about again. And there's a good fucking chance that we're all going to be just like that. Do you know what I mean? And believe what you want about afterlife, etc., religious, not religious. The fact of the matter is that you're here now, and
One day you won't be.
one day you won't be.
This podcast will be forever, though.
This
And the only way that people could forever listen to this podcast is if they subscribe and their children's children's children then also
Let
subscribe.
me see what my great granddad was subscribed to.
That's right.
$1 million days.
No, is that all?
George and Robbie.
Is that all it was?
Well, yeah, that's.
I remember.
Yeah, we used to. That's all milk costs now. that's how we buy milk now. What are they talking about? Is that all they made? Wow.
Wow.
These guys were trying to get milk every day.
Good.
And that's so funny. Jeez, should have aimed bigger.
Yeah. You're going to have to change the neon sign.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my and I think that pushes me forward because then it's like, well, if not now, when? Like, what are you gonna like? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that's a fear, but it is a motivating factor.
It's a fear.
No, for me, I'm saying, not for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
as in
saying like not giving it a nudge, as in that being a fear of mine, to give it a nudge and to do everything I need to do.
So
Because I feel that I'm on that path. I feel that I am kind of there.
yeah, but
But I always feel that there is more too. This comes back to the whole video game things. Like I always feel that level of guilt. Fuck, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. I should be doing this instead. So I do ask myself the question as well. Like, should I be doing more? Should I be going and investing in the stock market? You know, my old man's on to me about it heaps over the last 6 months. All right, open up your account, get it ready. You got to buy. I'm like, fuck, okay, I will, but I'm doing so much. Like, is that a distraction? Or should I fucking do it? And have that going, and have this going, and have this going. So I do feel that I'm shaking things up, but I always feel like I can do more too. But I just like to challenge myself a little bit too. And I mean, that's probably one of the main reasons why whenever I go to these events, I make it a priority of mine to actually action shit out of that event, not just take it in, never look at it again, move on. And maybe that's what people lack.
which part?
They lack that
Taking action.
Yeah, to take the action, but also, again, we're saying this self-awareness. Maybe they need to tap into why they're going there in the first place. Why are you actually going there? And something we did that was powerful the other day was getting people to write down their intent at the start of the day. I felt that had a huge impact on the room. Like, why are you actually here? Forget the fact that you're here to try and
what do you want?
Yes, what do you want selfishly out of this room today? What do you want out of it? And I think that's good to actually go, you know what? Fuck. Like, tell me, like, do you want to learn how to make $1 million today? Is that what it is in this room? Write that down. Do you want to learn how to scale your business to $50 million?
Yeah, isn't it also a form of procrastination?
Yeah.
Like
What is?
The not taking action, like they're saying,
Yep.
I've got to do, like, wait till I'm gonna go back to built mastery. You know what I mean? Because I know that when I go back now I'm in a different position, and I'll go back now, and then I'll get what I need from it.
Yep.
You know
I
what I mean?
guarantee you there's so many people when I did my last event, they all said, man, we are doing this. Like, we are so committed to this thing. I want to do it. I guarantee you 90% of those people will never join the program. Guarantee it. Because they're just not going to come back, or they may call me in a few years' time when it hurts more, and then they'll say, should have joined up 2 years ago. Oh, well, you should have, yeah. You would have had the results by now. But most of the people, as you said, I think they feel good in the moment, and then they leave, and then it's like all their limiting beliefs come back, maybe they go home and speak to their
that's what I was trying
partner.
to get at before,
Yeah,
limiting beliefs.
maybe they speak to they go home, right, and they'll speak to their wife or their husband and go, oh, hey, I've been thinking about joining this program. It's, it's $40,000, it's $50,000. What? Do you know how much the mortgage is this week? Do you know how are you going to pay for the school fees? Oh, how are you going to do this? You're going to go spend that much money on this. And then they talk, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Like, yeah, it's not the right thing for us right now. And then that limiting belief talks them out of it. And then they just go to the next training because, oh, maybe I'll just learn that one thing here and I don't have to spend that much money, or I don't have to spend that much time.
Yeah, I think there's many factors There's a lot of different reasons why people don't. But there comes a point, I think people need to connect the dots.
Mm.
I think people need to, I used to always say this, I used to smoke a long time ago, ciggies. And I quit like that from out of nowhere. And I used to always tell people like, if you still smoke, and if anyone who listens to this, if you still smoke, you haven't made the connection between you punching those darts and you in your deathbed because it's killing you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality. And I think people need to connect the dots like that. Like in the sense of, if I don't take this leap, no matter how scary, whatever it is that next step of action is, calling that person, doing that thing, buying that program, whatever it is, getting that coach or whatever it is for you in your next step, you need to make the connection between that and what it's going to cost you when you can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? Dude, most people, if you make the connection, especially if someone's got kids, like if you make the connection between you smoking ciggies and then your kids you're not going to see your kids grow up because you get the call tomorrow and they say, oh, we just picked up on this thing. I guarantee you, if people can have a dream about that, wake up and they'll stop. But they don't connect the dots because it's too painful.
Yeah, and they ignore it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think if you're a person who goes to all these programs or, reads 100 books a year, whatever it might be, a person who reads one book a year and takes the action from it moves further than the person who reads 100 and does nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowledge is potential power.
That's right. And it's like saying, I think I've got someone in the family, whatever it is, a cousin or some shit. They've gone to university and they've got their degree. And then they got a master's degree. And then they got a doctorate degree or their doctorate in that field. Let's just say it's accounting or some shit. And so
doctorate in accounting?
You can get a doctorate, I think, in almost anything. You can get a doctorate in construction.
I now, when I fill out a form and it's like, what's your thing? I tick doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? What are they going to do? Say, Dr. Chukas and yes.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Do you know when you jump on a plane, they actually ask you, you're a medical doctor?
Yeah, so they're not medical.
No, not medical.
Just professional. Just what are they going to do?
Could yell at you.
If anything, they respect you more all of a sudden. Your thing gets raised massively.
Huge. Might get upgraded in life.
Yeah. Excuse me, so you're a doctor? Can you come this up? Nice.
What are we talking about now?
You were talking about your family friend.
Oh, yes, that's right. So it's like they get that doctorate and then they end up working at wherever, Coles. I don't know. But my point is, it's like, oh, you're so smart. They feel that a sense of accomplishment and also status. Yeah. An acknowledgement, like, oh, I've got my doctorate in accounting. I'm smart.
I've
done this. Yeah, I've done this. Oh, I went to Melbourne University. I've done 13, 15 years of schooling, of tertiary education. I've written a thesis on accounting. And it's like, you've done nothing. You live at home with your fucking parents.
There's a great thing.
You know what I mean? Like, you've done nothing with your fucking life.
Do you still follow Brad Lee?
Yeah, still following.
There's a great thing Brad Lee says. And he's like, I dropped out of high school, blah, blah, blah. He's like, now, he goes, I've got 2 MBAs, 4 masters, and they all work for me.
It's so good, though. So good. Yeah, one of my old business partners used to say, I'm a C grade student that employs A grade people. He goes, I never got anything over a C at school when I was there, and he dropped out in year 10. He goes, I'm a C grade student, and I just got A grades working for me. But yeah, that's just an example of that type of person, that maybe these people going to these trainings and events, they just feel smarter and like they're doing stuff just because they've done that training course and they tick it off. Well, yeah, I'm a NLP coach. I'm a professional speaker. I've been to this training. I've done Tony Robbins' course. I've done Grant Cardone's trainings. Like, I'm a professional salesperson now. Like,
because that's what we're taught to do in school.
Correct. Yeah,
that's
like, right.
As long as you get the certificates and you do this thing, then you're accomplished.
You are the best.
Yeah.
There's this one image that I've seen, and probably most of you have seen it too, is there's a picture of all these different animals: a goat, a fish, a snake, a rabbit, an elephant, and a zebra standing in a line. And then there's a person at the front and said, right, everyone, now we're going to test you all on how successful you're going to be in life by your ability to climb this tree. And like they're all looking at each other, like the monkey's fucking over the moon. He goes, oh, how good's this? I'm going to be able to climb this tree. The goldfish is like, what the fuck? How am I going to climb a tree? I'm in water. And that's effectively the schooling system. They're testing absolutely every single person and every single one on how successful they're going to be at life by their ability to memorize and pass a test.
School's supposed to get you ready for life, but it doesn't get you ready for life.
No, that's right.
I heard someone say the other day, you should be able to use your phone during a test. And like, but you could just look up the answers. He's like, well, you can do that in life.
Yeah.
Like, it isn't school supposed to get you ready for life?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to have this thing on you in life, why can't you just use it for school?
Yeah. Gary Vaynerchuk says that too.
Yeah. He's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Like,
Exactly.
why am I going to sit there remembering stuff?
That's right.
I don't need to do that anymore.
Why do I need to know the capital of fucking
Yeah. Or
Africa?
who
I don't know. Like, why do I need to know these things or who the first prime minister was?
Who was it? Do you remember? We've spoken about
it was
this
on an
before
ad.
on this podcast.
It was on an ad.
Come on.
I'll know it when you say it, but whatever.
Me? You're going to know?
You 100%, you know.
Of course. I'm going to tell you all on the next episode.
But yeah, it's just action, self-awareness. That's what these people are lacking.
I think having the, you spoke about intention before, but having the thing of like, okay, what am I going to actually get out of this? Like, what am I looking for? What's the one thing I'm going to implement? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to go to this thing. I'm going to sit here for this 1 day, 3 days, 47 days, however long the event is. But what is my ultimate goal to get from this? And it's like, I want one thing that I can go and action. Okay, cool. And take what, if you go and you action one thing and someone else goes and doesn't action anything, you're up.
You're up.
You know what I mean?
You're winning.
You are up. When was the last time you revised your notes from the last training you went to?
Never.
You?
Revised, as in got through them.
Yeah. Like,
just recently when I went to the Alex Hormozy thing.
Yeah.
I actually genuinely opened the book and was looking at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most people don't.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah. Look, but I also say the notes aren't always there for you to go through when you get home. It is also about retaining the information during the training.
Yeah.
But like I specifically knew there was things in there that I wanted to take out. So I did look at it when I got back. That's what I mean. So I actioned things when I got back to the office. It wasn't just put it in the bottom of the drawer. Did that course? Cool.
Tick the box.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Alex Hormozy. You haven't. Like, big fucking deal.
What was the biggest?
He doesn't remember my name.
What was the, you don't reckon? George.
George.
What was the biggest thing?
With which?
You went through the book, didn't you? Like, what was the one thing you implemented?
Oh, I was looking at stuff that I could help other people with for a particular training that I was doing, that I implemented in my own trainings as well, because I thought it was valuable. So I looked at some of that for that particular reason why I was reviewing it.
Yeah.
But the training itself, it was good. I still feel that there's value in what they do and what they're about. Might still look at it in the future as far as continuing on the training, but at this point in time, I didn't think it was the best thing for me.
Yeah. I think you didn't think it was the best thing for you?
Yeah. Well, if I did, I would have done it right there and then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think was missing?
It was probably, it was just the commitment for myself, I think is the main thing. Financially and time-wise as well.
Yeah, okay. What do you think people should do if they are in that position?
At an event or like at a training?
Yeah, or they're just constantly
going to these things?
Yeah, learning and not doing anything about it. Or they, I attend all the seminars, I read all the books, I'm still in the same position.
Well, it's just a self-assessment then, isn't it? Why? What are you not doing? What are you not doing in that moment? Like, you've been to enough now. If you've been to that many things, surely you've learnt a couple of things along the way. Why haven't you implemented any of those things? Or have you, and has it failed? If it's failed, did you do it properly? Or was it the right thing for your business? Maybe these events you're going to, maybe you're coming and seeing me when you're a florist. I don't know the first thing about flowers. I'm colorblind.
What's your favorite flower?
I'm not colorblind.
What's your favorite flower?
Dandelions.
Is that a real flower?
It is, of course it is.
Is it really?
Everyone knows dandelions.
Fair enough. Where was I going with that? Oh, yes. So, I got no idea. I was going to go somewhere.
That's all right. So, what should they do? Yeah, I mean, the first thing is a self-assessment. Like, why are you going to keep spending time and money? And the more thing is the time, just sitting there in that room. Like, are you getting genuine connections out of the room? Are you getting the knowledge that you need out of that room? Or maybe it's the wrong room. Maybe you're going to the wrong rooms. Maybe you need to start fresh and go seek someone else. Who knows?
Yeah, or maybe the problem isn't in the room. Maybe it's in your head.
That's right.
You know, as a business owner, you are the biggest cap to your business's potential. How well your business is doing is 95% a reflection on you. I think there are some external things,
Yeah.
like if you're in a bad market, economy, but you know, most big businesses were built in bad economies. Markets, you can control less, but you choose the market too. Yeah. If you're stuck in the same position, and I'll share this to close out this episode. I had a call with someone, and they were telling me about how they need to overcome this next hurdle, but they don't know how. And I was like, okay, well, what's the problem? And they're like, we don't have leads. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, so can we take on more work? And they're like, oh, no, we can't. We're full. I was like, oh, so the problem isn't you don't have leads. It's that you're full. And they're like, yeah, but we're not making money. And I was like, so you're full, you're not making money, and you don't have leads. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, dude, you're the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you are this is all in your head. You know what I mean? How can all those things be happening? You'd be like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. You think you need leads, you want to invest in marketing, but you got no money, but you can't take on any more work. And I'm like,
So you go from marketing to a business coach.
me, dude, I go from marketing to therapist so much. It's not even funny. I'm going to raise my rates and start saying, like, this is a therapy call now.
What if those people are filling the wrong cup? Because you said they're in their head, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Our head is like made out of like chemicals and shit, dopamine, everything. And those self-developing things give you a boost of rush.
Yeah, they're like,
and
that hit.
they're just filled with it.
You saw it at our last
with
event,
it.
like how pumped everyone was in that room.
And then
they're like
that's
crackheads.
it. They're happy with that. So they're filling the wrong cup to begin with.
Yeah, but then they keep going around in the same
Cycle.
loops over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? But if they were content, if they were happy with everything, and it was like, I'm getting everything I need out of just attending.
So
They
the
wouldn't
first
be-
cause is incorrect to begin with, isn't it?
What do you mean?
The first cause. So they're trying to fill the developing cup, whereas it should be like the expanding cup, not the developing one.
I think it's more so the using what you know more than anything else. You know what I mean? Because like they've learned stuff they haven't implemented, and then they continue on in that same route. And if you go to these seminars and you're there just to, you know, connect with people and network, cool.
But that's a result.
Hey?
That's a result. That's an actionable item that they're going there for.
Yeah.
Because I know people.
I would say most
I
people
know
don't.
People, we both know this person that has gone to the same training about 12 times, and it's a 4-day training, and he's been to it 12 times. I said, dude, what are you doing? He goes, every time I go, he goes, I know the thing off by heart. He goes, but every time I go, I get new clients. He goes, so I go there for that reason. I said, okay, that's fair enough.
Mm.
Yeah, so he's not necessarily going there for the training specifically, even though he goes, yeah, look, I've been there enough now, I almost know it off by heart, but I still write stuff down. I'll still get a few things here and there, but it goes, I go to the network, I get some numbers, we end up signing a few people up each time we go. I said, okay, that's all right then.
Yeah. Well, that person has a reason to go back, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Awesome. Well. Touching that event space world, and it's a video game world, which will probably need some help.
Tell
with.
me how to get my Twitch set up.
Just do it on PlayStation, don't you? Isn't it an app? It's an account. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Is it?
100%.
I don't have a clue in the world.
You'll figure it out.
I just want people to tune in.
What you play FIFA?
Yeah.
Because you're a gun.
Or Call of Duty.
Do you play Lebanon? Is that your team?
Of course.
Who else would you play?
Lebanon or Australia.
And you dominate the world? Other countries, like the team's better.
PSN network.
Oh, sick. I haven't done that before.
Lebanese
Although my
warrior.
son plays on my account. So
Lebanese warrior 77.
Please tell me that's real.
Nah.
Please tell me that's real.
No. That would be funny.
That'd be the greatest
Forget
thing
about
ever. That's all right. I'm Greek.
Nah, I've got
Spartan.
a weird PlayStation name. It's like Moon Pie August. Yeah, that was mine.
That would also
I bought my
be great.
PlayStation secondhand.
Oh, did you? So you just kept...
off someone I knew.
Yeah.
And I just kept their account and moved all the details over to mine and just
How
kept rolling
funny.
on.
Yeah,
Still log into, shout out to Jordan. Still log into the user and it says Jordan. All right, cool. I've had it for like 5 years, dude.
That is funny.
Just never, ever changed it.
Too good. Too good. Well, you got other things that you need to be doing instead of wasting your time changing usernames.
Yep, like filling my cup.
That's right. Well, guys, fill your cup, take action, self-audit yourself and see what's going on in your life.
Self-audit yourself.
Self-audit yourself.
Self-audit someone else. You can't.
No, you can't do that. Can't do that. That's impossible. But thank you very much for tuning in again for $1 Million Days, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And as always, I hope you're having $1 million day. Cannot wait for the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.